Fellow traders, 'tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Tuesday, September the 23rd, the year's 2025. Let's talk trading. Avoid stupid mistakes. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, let's not make the stupid mistake of not having risk management in place, because we don't want to lose more than we're willing to lose on any one single trade or during any one single trading session. So, I scanned through my video list, and I've noticed I had some videos talking about, trading stupid and that, but some things just bear repeating. They really do. And not making stupid mistakes is really probably kind of high up on that list, because it is so much easier to not do something stupid than to try and do something really brilliant or cute or smart or whatever. In fact, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger used to say it was better to be less stupid than it was to being brilliant. And if you avoid the stupid mistakes and the errors and the decisions, it was I guess, a better path to success than trying to, do something really sophisticated or advanced, et cetera, et cetera. So, one of the things to do to avoid a stupid mistake is to keep a list of stupid mistakes that you've made in the past, and just, go over them a couple of times, maybe before you trade, you start your trading session, maybe a few times during the trading session, and just make sure you're not going to do any of those stupid mistakes. I mean, for example, trading during red news and not realizing red news is coming up. So, one thing to do is you go out and you look at the economic calendar for the day, and you see what's going on with the market. What news is coming out. Just a few minutes ago, I believe Trump was speaking, or he's going to be getting ready to speak. We had some red news a little while ago. So it's just, you know, smart to make sure you know what's going on in terms of news. Another stupid mistake, and that people can make, that I've made sometimes, is you hit the wrong button. You hit buy when you meant to hit sell. You hit sell when you meant to hit buy. I mean, you just have to make sure you don't do it, because, yeah, sometimes this market moves fast, and you know what? If you miss a trade, there's going to be another one. There's always going to be another trade. So, yeah, so Trump spoke at, what was it, 6:50 my time, and it's now 7:30 my time, but didn't really seem to affect much. Now we've got in about 2 hours, the Fed Chair Powell speaks. That could definitely affect the market. Now, some people say just avoid news trading. And if that works for you, that's fine. If it doesn't, doesn't. And another stupid mistake that happens is you intentionally break a rule. And the worst thing that could happen is not that you lose, but you win. Because if you break a rule and you win, you reinforce that bad habit. And then what happens is you'll get burned and you'll get burned again and you'll get burned again and you'll get burned again. But it's just, it's just the worst thing that can happen is to break that rule. And the thing is, they're your own rules. They're nobody else's. Even if you say trade one of my systems, you're still, if you do that, then those are your rules. Even though I may have developed them, they become your rules. And that's just something that you have to be aware of. Now, the uh, the thing of it is here is that you have to be really honest with yourself, and maybe you might consider that being hard on yourself. But if you've got a rule and you're not following the rule, that's on you. And so here I've got some squigglies because, like I said, I like to tease people about squigglies, but you can use squigglies and you can make money with squigglies. Like I said, I just like to tease people with them. But there are a couple of things that I have figured out with the squigglies. So, this is the EMA5 from M5. This is the EMA5 from M1. And what I've noticed is when you see this big gap here, this is when I can take a reversal trade. Because before I would get in a trade, I look for a reversal trade and I might get a chance or it would just inflect on me. So it's like, what can I do to maybe avoid the inflection? And so that's one of the things, this would be an A plus trade. And you can see here, you took that flip-flop box, you almost got 10 pips out of that trade if you ride it. And you can see here, here's the same thing. But you have to be patient. You have to wait. And the thing is, if you come up with an idea like this, does it work every time? No. Because say for example here, if you did this trade here, that might have been worth a couple of pips, which isn't bad. But the thing is, if you didn't take those pips, the next thing you know, I believe that was the news. No, that wasn't the news. I think that was the open of the H4. It just shot straight up. And, one of the things that can happen is you don't really have your trade planned out. And what I mean by that is you might have the entry planned out because that's really what most of what we do is we look for entries. We look for times where we can enter the market and make money. But the thing is, we don't always set how much money we want to make. Because if you go in with the idea, I want to make 2 pips, and you make the 2 pips, but then you had a chance you could have, you know, you would have stayed in a trade, you may have gotten 5 or 10 or more. That can mess with you too. You can make the mistake, the stupid mistake of changing. Now, because what will happen is, instead of taking the 2 pips, you might try and get greedy, and then it runs against you. Whereas here, you had a moving average crossover, and you were above the EMA, the 5-minute EMA 5 here. So it's like you might want to be careful, because price just seems to pull back to these moving average lines, and a lot of times that's the time to re-enter. So for example, here you got the cross, and every time it pulled back, you keep buying because the 1 minute's above the 5, and then all of a sudden it crosses. But then again, you have to have some type of plan to take profit off the table, because it can take it all back really quick. I mean, right, here's another example. You could have taken this flip-flop trade, picked up 2 pips, but if you were trying to look for more, next thing you know, it snaps back on you and you're stuck. And the thing is, there's not necessarily any indication that price is really going to change on you. And then sometimes, this will happen. It's like, oh, I should have stayed in the trade. No, you shouldn't have. And that type of talk is going to put you on the path to making a stupid mistake, because you see what happened there. And that's just why you have to have that plan, that I'm going to get in here and I'm going to get out here, and I might even get out before if I've got a profit and it shows signs of struggle. Because it goes back to my old saying that I'd rather be mad with a win or with profit than mad with a loss. Because I could, make 1 or 2 pips and make, 10, 20 or more pips in a day, and I could be mad on each one of those trades. But I'd much rather end the day mad with the profit, mad with the loss. And the probably a really big stupid mistake to avoid is letting one trade take back all your profit for the day. Let's say you're up 7 pips. You get in a trade, next thing you're down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. It's like, why would you do that? It's probably, you're probably fighting with emotion. You're not really trading, you're battling with your emotion, your ego, your feelings. And so if you see what the market's doing here, what the pound's doing, how it was like kind of stuck in this range, just going back and forth. When you see that, you can exploit it. But then again, you might only get a pip or 2. So as Walmart would say, you see this edge here. So the next time you trade the edge, the next time you trade the edge, and he says it works till it doesn't. And that's true. And that's when you have to know when to cut your loss. That's why you have to have your risk management in place. And that's why you have to have that plan in place, saying, okay, the way the market's moving, I'll just take 2 pips and be happy. And sooner or later, it's going to make a move. And, one of the things we call them flip-flop boxes, but at the edge here, at the, at a daily low or daily high, or somewhere around a psychological, I just look for the price turn. So here it's going down. So we have black followed by white. That's a turn. And you look for it to turn up. So fellow traders, I want you to always remember, Never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One over.